Robin.
Got Jackie the Joke Man walking down the hall with purpose, Anthony. Look at this guy. Look at the strut.
He's in shape, this guy.
Looking ready to broadcast.
Used to be fat.
Looking trim and fit. He's got his coffee.
Now he takes good care of himself.
Jackie, we're saying that you're walking down the hall with a purpose today.
You look all good.
I have nothing but purpose.
Whoa,
what
you almost fell down
there?
You all right?
I've never been in a radio studio before.
That just ruined my rap on you because I said you had purpose today, and then you tripped and almost fell.
There you go.
And now you're throwing plugs at us.
Look too good.
Yo, Chicago, see Jackie this Friday night. Friday is April 1st already? Holy
April Fool's Day. How the hell's that happen so fast?
It's the Star Plaza Theater, Merrillville, Indiana. Wait, Chicago, but Indiana?
No, it's right outside of Chicago. Chicago's right outside.
So, hey, Chicago, take a little drive to the suburbs for a minute.
A little drive to the suburbs, 15 minutes.
Wait, is Chicago next to a border?
It's Chicago.
I got to go to Chicago.
Illinois,
I've never been.
Indiana.
I've never been. I know.
It's great fun.
And our old boss works for Oprah now, so we got an open invite to ruin his
to destroy his career,
his career.
Such attitude, that city. Worse than Boston, worse than New York.
Really?
Better, however you look at it. Great fun.
He says we have an open invite, but he doesn't want the Opie and Anthony world to collide with the Oprah world.
No.
Ever. So I would assume it's when Oprah's in Hawaii or something.
When you have an open invite, that means don't come. Somebody says, hey, come over to my house anytime. Right, like Anthony says, come to my house anytime. He's never fucking
I say
invited.
open invite.
Open invite. That means don't come.
You're right.
Oh, shit.
Merrillville, Indiana, the Star Plaza Theater this Friday for all you Chicago and Indiana people. Jackie the Joke Man. And then Jackie's the April... The
April Fool, every Wednesday in April from 5 to 7 on Raw Dog 104.
And XM 150.
Yeah, I'm taking calls and playing my filthy joke CDs. It's great fun, telling bullshit stories about jokes.
You're going to talk about our April Fool's prank?
I'll talk about everything.
I don't know if you'll talk about ours.
Of course I will.
Ours cost us how much did that cost us? 4 months, that one?
Oh, was that April Fool's? Oh, I didn't know.
No. The big one wasn't April Fool's.
No, that one was the
That one cost us 2 years, 3 months. But I
was going to say, I thought...
We also did another one where it cost us 4 months. So,
that was the Mayor Menino.
So me and Ant, even though we've been together 17 years, we've only done radio about 14 of those.
Yeah, it was a few years off. It just kind of...
Good behavior.
Skating. Yeah.
Then there was another one where we lost part of our gig for 30 days, 60 days, whatever the fuck.
If you had it all together, we've been on the air about 3 weeks.
Why were you guys you were never fired with Howard, right?
No.
Howard was fired from NBC. How much time did he take off?
I think he was off from September until October or something. I don't remember.
Sure.
It was only a couple of months.
Wasn't
He was
long.
fired from one, picked up from another.
God, that didn't happen with us.
No.
We had to wait it out, man.
No.
And then when he was fired in Washington, that was a short one too, right?
That was depending on. I didn't know him yet, but I don't know whether he was fired or whether he quit to go to NBC. And then they said that was always murky.
Well, that's why we blew it up in Boston. We knew we had better things happening.
Yep, we'd already had a meeting down in New York.
We're finally admitting that after many years.
Yeah, well, time has its way.
But you know what? If they didn't fuck us so bad up there, then maybe we would have done the right thing.
It's radio.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
radio.
right.
Yeah, Brucey Mittman sliding that figure across the table on a piece of paper at me at some restaurant. And that was going to be my raise. So he goes, all right, and kind of does this movie move where he slides it across.
I've had that. Yeah. That is the move, I guess.
That's the move.
Where you slide
the piece of paper.
Spin it.
I took a look like I'm looking at my fucking hole cards and hold them. And I just started laughing.
Why would he do it that way?
I go, stop. What you?
No, why? Because there was guilt involved.
I go, I expect a fucking bigger figure on a piece of paper if you're pulling this slide the paper move.
Yeah.
You don't do that and get a
It was at a
raise.
place. It was Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
And this was after we really did very well for the station and the company. And he treats us to a Chinese buffet and then pushes the paper. Here's your raise. He felt guilty. He couldn't say it himself.
Yeah.
You wonder if they think about, or whether it's a move or whether it's in a manual, because I remember one time, I'm not going to say where or when, but the offer was for 5 years. So they had the number for each year and then added it all up and circled it and said, this is what you're walking away from. Right. What do you mean you don't want to fuck your wife? You're going to lose your house, you're going to lose your kids, you're going to lose your car.
Right. Yep.
We also had to move because then we said no to that. We're like, go fuck yourself. And remember the stock option thing?
Yeah.
Where it has to be invested over 5 years? We didn't know the stock market back then, but it sounded good. He goes, look, if this works out, you're going to have a ski house in New Hampshire.
The operative word being,
yeah.
But
it's like you just take this stock,
but it was
certificate, you put it in your drawer, you forget about it,
cross your fingers,
and then invest it every year over.
Every year you got in at that price, so it was a scam.
And at some point you start to glaze over, right? Like
yeah.
And this was supposed to take the place of a real big raise, and you fast forward a bunch of years, that stock maybe gave us 2 G's, maybe instead of an actual raise.
He was like, boys, money's one thing, and he tried to make us seem like we were children.
Yeah.
He goes, boys, money's one thing, but you'll understand when you're in the business world, as long as I've been, that it's all about stocks, boys. and the money's one thing, I understand, but you have to educate yourself. Like he's calling us idiots for not wanting cash and taking this fucking gamble.
And then we got a call from New York. They said, we want to meet you guys.
Yeah, let's meet with you.
So we took a Friday off, came up with some dumb excuse, came down here, and they're offering us the ridiculous money. So we're like, all right. And then they hint us. They're like, it's too bad you're in a contract.
Yeah, well, we'll take care of that.
And I winked at the guy like, you watch what we do next. And then we waited. I think we waited 2 months, and April Fool's. The only reason we're bringing this up because you're doing your April Fool's thing.
No, please.
But it all ties together, believe it or not. So then we go back up. I think the meeting was in. My dad took us out afterwards, if you remember, and it was like it was like late January, early February. It was cold still. We went up there and we're like, fuck, how do we do this?
So this is an exit strategy. How are we going to?
The guys hit. They're like, we'll hire you tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll put you on in the afternoons. They were talking mornings at that time, but then whatever.
Yeah, just
but then,
it's New York.
Get out of your contract.
They're like,
it's New York.
But it's all on the up and up. They're like, it's too bad you're in a contract. We don't fuck around with contracts. I mean, and we're driving back. I think we were driving. I don't think we flew. And like, fuck. We're like, all right, I'll figure something out. And we're just sitting there doing our show.
Brains are sizzling.
Oh, yeah.
And then April.
Oh, yeah.
April 1st was coming around, and I fucking woke up and I said, Aunt, listen to this one.
Listen to this gag.
And Aunt said, all right, man, let's go. And we did, and it worked out perfectly.
It really did.
We had to wait a month or two.
Out in the door.
And then we had to make believe we had other offers, so we had to fly down to Atlanta and make it look good for everybody, it wasn't pre-planned.
That was just to jack up the other offer.
Yeah, it was.
Tell me, I'm sure there's people out there that don't. What did you do exactly?
We went to.
Said Mayor Menino was dead.
Oh yeah.
That old gag.
Okay, I did hear.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that apparently.
I guess not.
So they threw us out, and then they gave us an offer to come to New York, and we're like, okay. And then another offer came in to go to Atlanta, and we're like, oh, let's entertain this. So we went down there. They made another offer, and then we go back to New York and go,
Atlanta's looking good.
Atlanta's offering.
Look at you.
Knowing we would never want to go to fucking Atlanta, but when they are able to boost the price up at the other place.
But then we had K-Rock and NEW fighting for us. How did that happen?
And they made us choose, and we chose K-Rock, and then they told us no.
And then there was a Howard conspiracy. He didn't want us on the same station as him. I don't know if that's true.
I think it was the sales.
Or the sales people
like
said
Tom
they can't sell
was
both
worried,
shows.
It's always blurry, man.
It was blurry. It was absolutely blurry. And then they pushed us over to NEW, even though we chose K-Rock, which was a perfect fit for us at the time.
The good news, no Atlanta.
No.
Yeah.
That is the classic place if I spent 3 months there 1 week. You know what I mean? That's
God.
Whoa.
But they kept saying it's just like New York here. It's
they were trying to sell it that way.
A lot of New Yorkers moving down here. New York. And they were saying this from a redneck bar that was having, what was it again? Dart night?
Darts, yeah.
Well, hey, I like darts, but
I worked the Cheetah 3 down there. I've never been so frightened.
But,
yeah.
And we were down there during Freaknik, so it was that was another thing that was like, whoa. Hey,
negotiation.
Like
you know, when we were going on the E channel, on the TV, on the E channel, I had a meeting with the woman who was in charge. I guess she was going to take care of handling me, you know. And, you know, of course, they had no money. Of course they had no money.
Oh, they never had money.
They had no money.
They never had money.
So she takes me, I take her to lunch at the Friars Club, and this is her negotiation. She says, where would you like to be in 5 years? I said, you know where I'd like to be? I'd like to be the head writer of the most famous radio show ever. I already have that. So how much money have we got? She was like, I'll have the soup. You know?
Yeah. Good luck.
I mean, it wasn't exactly like that, but, you know, and then everybody was pissed. Like, what are you doing asking for money? You know,
they always, like, I don't understand. They kill you for asking for money, but then once you sign, everything's about money. Everything's about money.
Who are you talking to here?
What is this? Oh, God, enough already.
Yeah.
It was some business we got ourselves in.
What have you been up to, Jackie?
I have a wonderful joke for you.
All right.
What is the worst thing about fucking farm animals?
The worst thing about fucking farm animals.
The next time you see them, they act like they don't even know you. Come on, that's great.
That's true.
I'm laughing.
I'm having so much fun, man.
I'm laughing.
I got a young girlfriend. We actually, on my radio show tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, Jackie's Joke Hunt on Howard 101. I have the 4 original Jersey Boys coming in to sing. It's almost like I have a radio show. They're going to come sing a cappella.
We saw them at
Imus's
thing. Imus did a little thing over there at the Hard Rock, and
they're so great. They're so great. So now you guys are younger than me, but that music, I mean, I finger fucked my first girl to that music. You know what I mean? So it's like I can smell it when they're singing.
It's doo-wop kind of, right?
It's 4 seasons. Hi, Jimmy.
4 seasons.
It's 4 seasons. You know, it's
Frankie
not
Valli.
doo-wop. It's Italian. You know.
Yeah.
I think that might be a generation thing. I don't know.
It's like Big Girls Don't Cry.
I don't mind that Frank Sinatra
Do that
and all
one,
that,
right?
but
Sherry and walk like a lot of people.
Don't go away. I'm no good for you.
I don't know if I'd like if it wasn't drilled into my head, but when you're feeling up a girl and listening to that music, it's just it rubber stamps it, man. I cried. I went to.
But what does your girlfriend listen to? I'm sure she's not listening to Jersey. Boys.
She jumps out of the car.
I would assume.
How old is your girlfriend? I missed the opener. Is she younger?
40, which is very young for me.
Yes.
She's pretty young.
That's good.
I'm pretty home.
I like splitting that in half. That 40 thing.
Oh,
I like halving it.
Let's not break our arms patting ourselves on the back.
No. Then you subtract 4. And then you,
it's like the fucking way Islam does it. They're like half a man's age plus 7. That's what Elijah Muhammad would have recommended.
Oh, is that
Cut it in half and take away 7. Right?
The best Anthony story as far as girls go was, oh boy, maybe I should have wrote this ahead of time.
Oh, why?
The pediatric ward.
Oh yeah, that girl.
That's a great.
Well, no, one of my girlfriends.
She was a doctor, or she was a patient.
No, she was a patient. She was a little ill.
Oh.
And when I took her to the hospital, she was having like abdominal
The terrible
pains or
twos, they call it.
Yeah. She was having abdominal pains.
Conscious?
And she was just everything worked out fine. It turned out to be nothing, but she was really like hurting and so we went to the emergency room, and then they go, we're just gonna admit you and take a few tests and stuff like that. I was like, all right. She goes, and I'm waiting, and they go, we'll just wait till she gets her room, and then we'll have you come up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I walked up, and I see this big double wood door that's just painted with bunny rabbits and turtles.
Stop it.
In bright tempera paints. And in like Toys R Us letters, it said pediatrics. And I'd look around like, wait a minute, I think I went the wrong way. And no, she was in pediatric. So I'm going down the little hallway and looking in the rooms, and there's like little kid that just got his tonsils taken out and
broken leg,
broken leg, and
you push the door open with your boner,
and and then I found the room, and there she was in pediatrics.
Did they interview you to make sure everything was on the up and up?
Yeah, to make sure. No, they just asked me what my relationship was with the young lady. It was all legal in New York.
It was legal in New York.
I looked up the laws.
What's more humiliating, though? You talk about the music, like when your chick makes you feel old because of what you like the music, like you think that like certain music keeps you young, but then the girl you're dating thinks it's old music.
No, Jack in the Box
the
music.
The twist is when you're with somebody young and they put on their music and you're like, ugh!
It's awful.
Well, that makes you feel
what does she
old
listen to?
No, I'm not talking about my situation's great. She, we listen to the 40. We listen to stuff that's too old for both of us. Sinatra. I love Sinatra. I hate he's a despicable piece of shit. But then the music comes on, it's like,
I could do Sinatra. That's all
I
right.
wish I liked him. I don't hate him.
All right.
I like. It was a very good year. What's that?
That whole era I'm talking about.
That song
the
I
big
like.
band and all that stuff. That's great fucking music. It's just great. It's just great.
I can handle some of that.
But when you play some shit, she never says like, wow, you do go back a little ways.
No. Who listens to music? Running my mouth.
I do. Sometimes when I hop in the shower, I take the Sonos system in the house and I turn it on, and all I'm thinking is like, she's probably listening to this drivel, going, "What the fuck is he listening to?"
What are you listening to?
Kind of a lot of '80s stuff.
Grunge. The grunge thing again?
No. I sometimes go way
pop?
back to like '80s. Yeah, like Cars and shit like that. and stuff. But it's
not
like
that bad.
Yeah, but it's not that bad for you. You're not the one in the next room in my bed this week.
Go looking for that common ground.
Yeah.
My girlfriend likes fucking like really weird, like almost like fucking
Guys.
Yeah. Fair enough. What kind of? It's like not club music, but it's really weird, hardcore, fucking alternative music. And like I like listening to like Warren Haynes sometimes.
I like a
really
melody.
hates.
I like a chorus. I like harmonies. I like shit like that. So hardcore stuff.
Which right away makes you an antique.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I don't want to sit here and sound like hey, well, the music was better in the old days.
But you become your parents.
But you're just kind of like,
But it was.
What are you gonna do? I liked it.
To a point, yeah.
So I'm in a movie called White Irish Drinkers that's doing very well, and I can't remember. I went to the premiere, and I don't have 5 words. I have 6 words.
All right.
I mean, it's sneeze.
There you go.
But I can't remember. Did I tell you guys the Great Dwarf story the last time I was here? The terrific Dwarf story.
Oh,
this guy,
Great Dwarf would have been
this
oxymoron.
This great actor. Stephen Lang is in White Irish Drinkers.
We know.
And he's great.
On our show.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Did he tell you the story?
Just a couple of days ago.
He was just in last week. Great guy.
I wasn't here. I didn't know about the movie.
Stephen Lang's the Avatar guy, the big Marine guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
it's a coming-of-age story.
Yeah,
it's got Peter Riegert and Karen Allen that were in Animal House together.
Yep.
It's so fun. The movie is great, and it's a great drama.
What are you doing?
And then all of a sudden, it's like, you ever go to a movie and see Fred Gwynn? It's a serious movie, and all of a sudden it's like, Heyman! All of a sudden I come out, and it's like, what the fuck, But
you got a big role?
No, 6 words. I told you. I'm not making a joke.
But you're there.
I wish I was making a joke.
All right.
What are your words?
I'm not telling you. You got to go to the movie.
How about one of them?
I'm not telling you.
Give us one of the 6.
One of my words is asshole.
Really?
Give me 5. Come on, Norton.
That's worth a few
That could
words
be 2
right
words,
there.
though.
Yeah.
You might have 7 words.
7.
You got 7 words, sir.
No, it's asshole. I looked it up.
You did.
But I went to Toronto, and I'm saying, what am I doing? Going all the way to Toronto for 6 words. That's like, $200 per word. But it's so fun, and to get to hug Karen Allen. I don't know about you, but Jesus Christ, she still looks so beautiful.
Who's Karen Allen? I know the name.
She was in Indiana Jones.
Okay, yeah.
All American Girl.
Yes, Animal House.
So it always goes to midgets and dwarfs, and I'm hitting it off with Lang really well. And he goes, well, I'll tell you the greatest midgets. I'm like, yeah, they're the greatest. I'm Jackie. It's 1962. The movie is Ship of Fools, and it's the Cannes Film Festival. And Michael Dunn is the midget that was the dwarf in this movie, in this TV show Wild Wild West in the 50s. It's way before your time.
Oh, no, I remember
dwarfs
that.
Dwarfs are tiny, angry, horny, and drunk. Michael Dunn was the horniest, the angriest, the drunkest, and the meanest. He just had an incredible reputation, but he's a terrific actor, and he's like he's the narrator of Ship of Fools. It's a great movie.
Even worse than, why don't you go fuck your mother?
Hank was made in his image.
Angry.
Yeah, so he's about up to your knee,
angry.
And here it is, Cannes Film Festival with the big deal, and the movies, they've got a good chance of winning the Palme d'Or, everything, and it's the big premiere party, and Simone Signoret is in it, so her good friend Claudia Cardinelli is in. And Claudia Cardinelli was like Marilyn Monroe, Jane Russell, one of those. She was the Italian siren. She was just unbelievable. She's like picturesque and low cut and dripping with jewels and reeking of perfume, just absolutely gorgeous. And Michael Dunn is up to her knee, and he's loaded, and he says to her,
Claudia, before this week is up, I'm gonna fuck you.
And she looks down at him and she says, Michael Dunn, if you do, and I find out about it. I said, fuck you, Stephen. That's the greatest dwarf story I ever heard.
I got you.
Is that a beauty?
That's all right.
Was Hank a miserable? I know the name. I never heard him talk. I know the Hank the Angry Dwarf. Everybody knows who he is.
He was, you know what?
That was fucked up, yeah.
15 years on the Stern Show, I wrote notes for Howard, and the only note I had hanging above me at my desk, I used to say, I had a running thing where if you're just tuning in and do some silly summary, if you're just tuning in, we're giving a breathalyzer test to a dwarf in a pink bunny outfit. I thought that summed up I went in to take a leak. The first time he was on, it was about Easter time. I went in to take a leak. When you sense that there's somebody else in the room, right? And I sense, and I hear, and I look down, and here's this little tiny man dressed as a bunny peeing next to me. And, kind of swaying, you know. You know what? He was a thespian. He was from Fall River, Massachusetts. He had a Boston accent, and he'd come in with a 7-Up bottle, half vodka, and he was because a little guy like that, a couple sips, they're gone.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
But he was really funny and really fun. You know, I didn't go to his funeral because it was right after I left the show.
He was so mean.
Well,
he was an angry
he'd be drunk, and you know.
Yeah, he was an angry drunk.
What did he die of?
I think everything just kind of went bad. I don't know. I was off the show, but he was like, you know, they don't live. You know, those don't live that long.
Those things don't live long.
Those things. It's very short.
Those kickables.
Oh God!
But he was a pisser.
Yeah.
Fuck your mother.
Yeah, he would fucking just blurt out the most vulgar, vile shit.
that made no sense. You know.
Yeah.
And his 7-Up bottle, you know, one of those big monstrous 32-ounce things, so it was as big as him. You know,
Yeah.
so he holded it. You know,
the bunny suit wound up getting like filthy too.
Oh.
Like, just disgustingly
it was,
dirty.
and he smelled. You know.
Booze all over it. Jesus.
You know, we had a female midget porn star on once. I can't remember her name, but I guess she's kind of famous. Bridget.
Was it Bridget the
Yeah,
midget?
we've had Bridget.
And at some point, for whatever reason, I walked over to lift her up and stand her on the desk. You know,
Yeah,
so she
you
could
gotta
look at
put 'em
her.
up on
And
the
I went
console,
around
yeah.
and grabbed her under her arms and picked her. I am telling you, for a week, I could, you know, not the pussy smell, but the smell from under her arm. I couldn't get it off my head
shit.
from her underarm. And when I went to pick her up, you ever go to pick something up that's way heavier than you
expected? Yes.
I almost wrenched my back.
They're
She must
very
have weighed
dense.
Oh, she was dense as hell.
Like a neutron star.
Yeah.
Right. It was
A smelly neutron star.
It's like, you know, black box, you know, like.
I wonder if she couldn't wash under there with those little arms.
Yeah, they
She
probably
could
didn't reach.
Just get under the tits and
Wow.
as far as you can go, little T-Rex arms.
I never analyzed
Yeah,
it.
might
You
have
were
been.
right on. You
Might
were.
have been.
Yeah, if we're telling
smart
midget
mother.
stories, we should tell ours, even though some listeners out there will roll their eyes. But the girl that wanted to get into stripping,
Yeah, the stripper that wanted
we can make it quick.
stripper. She was
But Tom Hanks' son was in studio, and Jack
Colin
Black,
Hanks and
Colin
Jack
Hanks
Black.
and Jack Black before they both blew up to become what they are today. And she called. She goes, "You guys."
Oh, she didn't come in.
Oh wait,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, she called
She calls
first.
and goes, "I want to be a stripper, and I know you guys know a little bit about strippers and stuff. So I want to come in and maybe strip for you guys, and maybe you could give me pointers. I've never done this before."
Kind of like an audition, yeah.
So we
Didn't tip her hat about the.
Of course, we brought her in.
Oh, yeah.
We got her on
yeah.
the console, and she started stripping. And
How tall?
I don't
How
know.
tall?
How tall? Midget. Midget. Just think midget.
4 inches below human.
And how did it go wrong? Did anyone say anything?
Somebody was
Or was
starting
it the
to
looks we were giving her?
looks, and we were critiquing her, and then I think we asked her to drop the fucking panties. So and she wasn't ready to commit the whole way.
She started stripping. Making a long story short, she was bawling, half
She started
naked.
crying. We're
So
just like,
did you feel like you
"Oh."
were picking on a child?
We weren't picking on
Wasn't
her.
that fun?
I think she realized we weren't finding anything sexy about it. We
Yeah.
We realized this is just like a
Yeah.
sideshow thing for us.
Do you understand? Look at me. I swear to God, when you talk about midgets and dwarfs, I am in a good mood. It's
how
wrong.
can you not be?
It's just wrong.
How can you not be?
Yeah, prove it's wrong.
She she started just crying though. We're like, holy shit! Now we got to console
And she's
a
trying to keep her
midget that wanted to be a stripper, and
She's
she's
trying to keep her
nude.
clothes on now, but they're
Yeah.
falling because she's crying.
And the odd thing
You
is, I
said,
think
did you say I'm in radio? I'm consoling a midget
a
that wants to
midget.
be a stripper.
Yeah. You got someone had to take her down off of there. I think she smelled a little too.
Oh yeah. There's a different smell. It's a different
With
smell.
that midget smell.
I went to the feast down in Little Italy one time.
San Gennaro.
And there was a little tent, and it said, freak show. And I'm come on, you guys, come on.
Oh wait. Before you move on from
Oh
this,
shit.
hold that thought, Jackie.
Oh, that's her.
That's her. She even came in with the black leather pants.
Look
She's got
at
her hair.
Little lace thing under.
We were talking about
Singer.
camel
Voss was
toe.
in.
Oh my God.
A friend of mine was in Florida and saw a car accident, and he saw a truck, and on the side of the truck it said camel towing. That was the name of the tow truck. And there was this,
She's got like a piglet toe.
So she got down
Tiny.
her red brawn
Still
panties
cloven.
that she put on for the big appearance. She's got a stamp, tramp stamp tattoo.
She had nice little tits, though.
Please
No,
tell me
not
we have a
when-
picture of
Yeah,
her
you
now.
know,
She took
all
them
things
off the
get-
bra.
oh.
Then
Look
she
at
took
those
off her
tits.
top,
Look at those tits.
and then you can see in this picture that we're all Colin Hanks is
both
reading a
looking
Colin
magazine.
like just reading a magazine. They wanted no part of this.
They are so unattached.
That's before, that's before the publicist would have dragged them out,
of course,
with a machine gun cover fire.
Oh, Patrice was in. It was Patrice's fault.
Yeah, I wasn't in that day.
Yeah, Patrice started giving her shit.
It was Patrice's fault.
Guaranteed.
If Patrice was in, it was his fault. He made her cry. But we don't have a picture of her crying. I guess back then we had some type of morals. I don't know.
Jesus.
But you lost it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No. So I walk into this tent, and it said, and it was not a cage, but a little stage that said, "The world's tiniest woman," and there's nobody there. And there was a couple other real bad things, like a woman with a snake's head, but it was a snake with a woman's head, but it was a snake and a woman with her head out of a body, all fake.
Shit.
But I said to my buddy, I said, we came in to see the midget. Where's the midget? Jesus Christ, where's the fucking midget? The midget, blah, blah, blah. I swear to you, on all it, I turned around to go to leave, and when you go to walk in, there's like a podium, and the back of a podium, like where you put your speech. Down the bottom of the fucking midget lady was sleeping.
Sleeping in the bottom of a podium?
No, I swear.
Like a speech podium?
Yeah, she was.
Hey, she gotta sleep.
And she heard every word. So I was like so fucking embarrassed. And I didn't have a camera. I mean, she was curled up like feedly.
Hey, you paid. You want to see your midget?
I wouldn't be embarrassed. That's my problem.
I love the midget.
Sleeping like a fucking kitten.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
Did I tell you the shiny new black patent leather shoes joke?
Shiny leather.
Guy gets a new job, so to celebrate, he gets himself a new suit and he gets himself a pair of shiny black patent leather shoes. And he goes to a dance. He's dancing with a girl, and he says, I like a girl who wears polka dot undies. She said, how do you know I'm wearing polka dot undies? He says, I saw the reflection in my shiny new black patent leather shoes. Yes, another girl dances. She says, I like a girl who wears lace panties. She says, how do you know I'm wearing lace panties? She says, I saw the reflection in my shiny new black patent leather shoes. Yes, another girl dances. He says, what do you got on under that dress? She says, nothing. He says, phew. I thought I had a crack in my shiny black. Now, I know how fast this show moves. I was listening to you guys. You're being so fucking funny and going a mile a minute. And I said, my old-time jokes don't fit. That's funny. That's fun.
That's funny.
A little fun. Talking about Whoopi being the size of a continent or something.
Oh, you heard the Whoopi shit.
Oh, yeah, Whoopi on the commercials where she's wearing poise pants because she laughs and when she giggles, she pisses.
We did that one time on the Stern Show. We all wore Depends and stared at each other and pee. It was a little pleasing.
It's weird.
A little warm.
It is very odd to.
It's very odd.
Leak in and just be sitting there in a chair.
It's odd.
You feel weird pissing.
Everybody should do it once.
Yeah, because it's like,
we did that.
But what would she say? She said when she sneezes or when she sees people.
When she sneezes, when she laughs, if someone tells her a joke and she chuckles, she'll squirt fucking piss
out. Did you guys make that? Was that somebody's voice and you guys are breaking balls, or was that her?
No, that's Whoopi. She's got a commercial.
It sounded like her.
Commercials running on television. She actually is selling these poise
she's
pants.
Doing it in character, so you.
I think there's another one. Well, there might be another one where she's not.
So you could assume.
But is that really her? Do you think, or do you think that she just doesn't want to endorse it as herself? Maybe she doesn't want to endorse the project as Whoopi.
Look up Whoopi Goldberg is incontinence. See if she's incontinent. I'm just curious now.
Because I know Suzanne Summers shits a lot.
Yeah. Suzanne Summers is a notorious shitter.
I got a good question for you. Now, we beat up Whoopi a few years back, killed her.
I really like her.
All right,
I've hung out with her. Hold on. She's very funny. You ever hang out with her?
I like her. I've met her. She doesn't really like me. But.
So we beat her up for whatever the reason was at the time. I like her, too, as a comic. I don't really like her on The View. And then...
Watch The View.
Elo, yeah, I know. Elo, we actually do. We play a lot of clips on the show. And then Elo, our old boss, set it up where, Whoopi was going to surprise us. And, of course, we all folded like fucking, tents and shit. We didn't.
Of course. Come on.
Yeah.
But my question to you, did you guys ever have one of those moments where you beat the shit out of someone and then had a nice surprise? It has to be a surprise, not...
Gilda
you mean
Radner?
Where they just came walking in and...
Something like that, yeah.
I remember a Gilda Radner debacle.
That was so long ago.
I was listening. I was listening for a long time.
What was the Gilda thing?
You know what? I wasn't there that day, but she left crying.
Yeah.
I think she came in on a Monday. I think I was there the next day, and it was still repercussions. Yeah, she ran out of there crying, right?
Yeah, it's like 1984, 85.
Yeah, and like 83 or 84.
Yeah.
But as I remember, it wasn't even rough. Like whatever they addressed, I think that was right when she was really going through stuff that nobody had any idea
one knew
of.
about. Yeah,
so she was teetering. And,
so it wasn't going to take a lot.
I can't totally remember what the fuck that was.
She probably got the death sentence that day before
might
she
have been.
came in.
Her special was funny. Remember her special where she did the characters and she sang the animals. She was fucking funny, man. She was funny.
No.
Not that you'd know by my rendition.
I'm trying to think who.
And we folded on Sarah Jessica Parker. We killed her. How ugly she is. Looks like a horse. That old gag. And we were beating the shit out of her. And the guy that was on the set of Sex and the City was a huge fan of our show.
Yeah.
And she was in the makeup
bad
seat or whatever it was, hearing us beating the shit out of her.
Oh, he's listening, and she. Oh.
And he didn't know that we were going to go down that road, right? And all of a sudden, she's like, "Give me a phone." And she called in, and we're like,
Did
she come in? I've never seen her. Have you ever seen her in person?
No.
Of course, I haven't. Because some people do not look good, and then they look great.
She invited us to come down the set, but it was one of those open invites. Oh, why don't you come down here and we'll see what you guys look like?
Yeah, we were like, let's send some models.
Then we were
going to
send down male models with flowers.
Yeah.
I just got to do that one because we didn't get the official invite.
I think Sam played that recently when I listened to it on the way home, and
on his show,
it was brutal. We were just like, she goes, "Hi, this is Sarah Jessica Parker," and and you hear it in our voice. We go, "No, it isn't."
We knew.
Like,
we're
shit.
hoping it wasn't.
I was like, wait, the voice does sound like her. And she's like, I just want you to know that there's a person behind everybody that you make fun of and stuff on the air. You were saying I'm ugly and look like Ruth Buzzy, and that I sucked at the MTV Awards, and I heard, you were saying these awful things, and I just want you to know. And she said, which was bad.
I don't remember.
She had the whole litany down, huh?
He just heard it. I don't have the details as well.
She said, I wanted you to be able to put a human face to this. And all I was thinking, yeah.
Well,
exactly.
That's our point. That's our point, Sarah.
We didn't say anything.
Of course not.
And now, there would have been a fucking horse sound effect or something would have played. Yeah. But it's brutal to listen to because we fucking clammed up like two big pussies.
That's why it's great, though.
And then when it was over and she hung up, you go like I think we held our own with her. And you were serious. You were trying to like sell the fact that maybe we did all right, and I was just like, no.
Was I really being?
We folded like fags.
I was really being serious.
Yeah. It was just no, man.
Was I really trying to sell it?
I think you're, no, we didn't say you were ugly.
God, are you?
Yeah,
embarrassing.
It was
so embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. Maybe we want to screen what's played at that 10 o'clock after 10 o'clock.
Well, it's great when you run into people, and you have so many people on over the years, and you run into somebody and then, socially, and in your mind, you're trying to remember,
Right.
Did you hit him?
Yeah. That's why we don't go out socially, Jackie. That's the mistake you made.
Sometimes you have no idea.
I don't run in those circles whatsoever, so I'm not worried about.
Did you yourself have negative interactions? I'm sorry. Did you yourself have negative interactions? Or was it always
No, because I was never to blame. I was never to blame.
Yeah, you had a joke, man.
I'm just hanging out. But there were people. They give you dirty looks, and just generically didn't like the show. And then did you ever hear it? No.
No.
I just know that I don't like it.
You still hang out with Fred?
No, everybody says how badly Fred beats me up on the show, and then, but he's an actor. He's the greatest actor in the world, and it's theater. I see him, at the Christmas party, and we couldn't have been closer.
Yeah.
I mean, we wrote so many songs
together. You guys
together.
have Christmas parties?
We had this year. There was a Christmas. It was great, and it was just great fun.
We haven't had a Christmas party in years.
It's a love fest, and I'm like, oh, these are people that beat me up, but it's so. I called in the other day, and. We just fuck with each other, because the whole thing about Howard suing Sirius, I said, I hear you having trouble with your employer. I said, well, if you need some expertise, you can give me a call. Shit. And then I guess he was doing a live commercial before he came on the air for the Mini Cooper. So the first thing I said is, I would pay good money to see you get in one of those fucking things, and you just break balls,
I saw one of those on the Upper West Side 2 days ago. How the fuck do you drive that and feel like you're safe?
Man,
I got a friend, Father Sniffin. He's a priest, and he got that thing. It's like a clown car. The guy's like 6'3".
Yeah,
it's like,
how are they selling it? Just the gas mileage?
I think it sells like crazy. Those things are very, very popular.
And you can park them.
If you get an accident,
you're fucked.
You're
I think you're done.
I think you're safer on a motorcycle.
I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really think you're safer on a motorcycle because you can at least maneuver, do something at the last second.
Oh, you know what another awkward moment is when Opie says that that a movie is really good when.
Oh, you found the clip?
I don't know. Did he? Did he ever find the clip? I was hoping he did.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll find it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
He says it's good, and then the whole world says it sucks.
We had Danny McBride in, very funny guy, and we forgot he was in Up in the Air.
Yeah.
And I said, I love that movie.
I love that movie.
And the phones and Twitter, everything is like, hey, asshole, you trashed that movie.
Caught.
Yeah, nailed.
But in this, I swear, and I'll say it again, I don't remember hating the movie.
And like I said, you hated it so much when he was talking, though, that I've never seen the movie based on what he said.
Right.
Like, so it had to be bad.
But I wasn't trying to like bullshit the guy. I forgot that I hated the movie.
I forgot I hated your movie.
I smoked so much pot for so long. I see a movie on TV. You know, I go to the Cannes Film Festival and these festivals. I went to a movie at the Cannes. I went to the movies with a girl.
Jackie went to the Cannabis Film
About
Festival.
a year ago, I went to a movie, and I'm watching the movie. I swear to you, it wasn't until the end of the fucking movie that I realized I'd already seen it. I don't mean the first few. Like, by the end, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
Because you see so many movies, and you're so stoned. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't that good. I'm sitting through the whole fucking thing. You know?
Just because
White Irish Drinkers, though, that's a good one. I'm going to send it. If I send over a DVD, will you watch it?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Hell yeah.
I told, what's his name, Steven, I would check it out. We have the Sarah Jessica Parker Club. Is it short?
No,
it's not short, but we can just play it and you know. I mean, the beginning is funny.
Did you know immediately that it was her?
Well, let's play that part.
At the beginning, you can play then.
Let's play that
because it goes on
I
forever.
wouldn't know her voice.
She just lambasts us.
She killed us.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hey,
Hey,
who's this?
you're not Sarah
Opie
Jessica
and Anthony.
Parker.
Oh, these are the fellas that were just trashing me. Are these the guys?
Are you Sarah Jessica Parker?
Her voice,
I
she's
am
pissed.
indeed.
Now, how do you prove that?
How do I prove it? I don't know. How does one prove their identity over the phone?
It does sound a lot
Oh, my
like
God.
you. I got to say that.
Do you listen to our radio show?
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, my trailer driver had it on, and I was fortunate enough.
We're the show of trailer drivers,
Timing was
apparently.
absolutely beautiful.
Can you pause that for 1 second, though?
Sarah,
She didn't say trailer driver,
At
did
this
she?
point, at this point, do you know it's her?
yeah. That voice is like, that's her.
How do you
Trailer
transport
driver.
horses?
But no, the whole.
That's so funny, trailer
I
driver.
didn't even think of that. I was thinking the trailer from the fucking, obviously the trailer from the set, but
I don't want to play our old tapes in front of the great Jackie the Joke.
No, stop it!
This is
trailer driver, right?
Trailer driver.
Yeah, but
And now, after crashing and burning when she called you
Oh,
up,
my
now you're
God.
Monday morning quarterbacking because you
I know.
missed an opportunity.
We missed a fucking line.
Because we were newbies. We were still green.
Oh, I would have missed it too.
It's
'cause
raining.
I missed the trailer.
Make
Your
sure
mind is going to
pull your
million miles
tail
an
in
hour.
from
Is
the
this
back
her?
door.
Is this her?
My favorite part so far is you being hopeful, going, do you listen to our radio show?
No, the fucking filthy trailer driver.
I was hoping to get the big call to join the Sex and the City cast. Get me out of radio.
All right, is it really you? Do you shit standing up?
Yeah, come on, don't worry about it. It's all a bit, like what's in your mouth. Yeah, great. We're coming out with jokes fucking 8 years too late.
So at what
10
point
years too.
was she didn't sound pissed.
No, she handled it like that the
You can
entire
hear her
time.
voice. You can
Set
hear
the
it.
record straight.
She just
boys.
talked it out and was like, at times saying, it's really, why would you do such things? And like kind of waving her finger at us.
Like school teacher.
Yeah, very school teacher, not angry, not yelling. And I think that's what made us kind of go, if she got mad and started yelling, we'd just be like, shut up. But she was like very civil and just kind of giving us the business.
They got to have a good sense. Do you guys know the creator of that show? Do you know Michael Patrick King, the guy? He was a comic.
No.
He was a Philadelphia comic. He was partners with Dom Herrera's wife.
Really?
Dom
Yeah.
Herrera, yeah.
Good old Dom.
For a while
He was
ago.
married to Lisa Mendez, and they were a Michael Patrick King and Lisa
That
Mendez
show
in 1979.
never
and all of a sudden,
floated my
boom.
boat.
Jimmy, you want to
That
hear a little
show.
more of this?
Yeah, that was my
little bit?
favorite. Do you listen to our radio show?
I love
a
it.
little more, just a little.
I want to hear you, Cal.
I
boy.
hate the old tapes. Go ahead.
It does sound a lot like you. I gotta say that.
Do you listen to our radio show?
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, my trailer driver had it on, and I was fortunate enough to. Timing was absolutely beautiful.
Poked my head out of the oats bag.
Sarah Jessica, I gotta say, your performance on the MTV Movie Awards, fantastic. I thought you did a great job. I loved the costume changes.
We had just lambasted her
especially the one at the end.
At least 45 minutes.
What? It's Sarah Jessica Parker.
You don't have the balls to actually say to me what you said to your maybe limited audience? Come on, buddy.
Limited audience? Come on. We get more people listening to this show than watching that Sex in the City.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Hey,
Are you certain of that?
Positive. I watched
Hey, guys, listen.
I watched
Take it easy. It's all right. You're absolutely entitled to an opinion. I just thought maybe I'd put a human face to, some trash talk. And I thought
another opening.
Less abstract and more
Slam shut.
I thought you were really hot in L.A. Story.
That means the world to me. Thank you.
She's cool. Come on.
Oh, you were great in Square Pegs.
Hey,
That means the world to
you
me.
know how tough it is to call on the phone to a radio show. It really is.
She's right there.
No, it is tough, you know, with a few people on, because you got a bunch of minds that are ready to pound away. And,
yeah.
That's the fact she called in. You got to.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very.
No, she was.
I think I'm not defending her. I'm not trying to fuck her.
We also had Nathan Lane call. Remember, because he saw our billboard on top of a cab. Said, "Who are these fucking guys?" And
and he just called for no reason.
For no reason.
Was he funny?
I don't remember
he's
if he
a
was
character.
funny.
Yeah, I'm sure he's funny.
I don't remember that.
He can't
I don't know
not
if he
be
was
funny.
on our
That
show. Is
guy.
what I'm saying. I don't know. Who knows? But
Oh, you guys really stood tall, though. I thought you were hot in that other movie. And,
We folded completely. And
I would have, too.
It only got worse than that, too, so.
Wait, I thought that was balls. We got more listeners than you got viewers. That was,
It's probably a huge lie, too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, of course.
Series went on to
I
be
seriously
kind of popular.
doubt that. I seriously doubt
we showed her. She's been in about 10 movies since, and we're still doing the same old shit.
Oh, God. Amazing,
Bringing up
right?
the same old stories.
Speaking of which, I got a joke for you.
Yes, Jackie.
So it's Sunday morning. And Sunday morning is a knock on the door. The guy answers the door, and the guy at the door says, "Hello, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I have stories to tell you." The guy said, "Oh, come on in." So the guy comes in. Jehovah's Witness sits in the living room. He says, "Let me get you a cup of coffee." He gives him a cup of coffee. He gives the Jehovah's Witness a cup of coffee. He says, "Now, what are these stories you have to tell me?" And the Jehovah's Witness says, "I'll be fucked if I know. I never got this far."
That's a good one.
I bring the best.
Yeah,
I know
that's a
you
good
hate
one.
my jokes, Norton. I know.
You think that, but I
I'm
really
gonna poke
don't.
you in the nose.
I know you don't like me. I can sense it, but I really.
I love you.
You don't.
I love you.
But I really do.
I haven't seen Otto in a million years. Is he healthy? Is he all right?
Yes, he is. He texted me, actually. He's coming on next week, I think.
Oh,
yes.
He's a good man.
Otto and George. Quite a whale.
You don't think Jackie likes you?
No, I know he doesn't. But
I love Norton.
What's going on?
So fucking funny.
Obi couldn't have just left that alone, by the way. He couldn't just leave it lie.
He lives for that.
He couldn't just leave it alone.
He really thinks I don't enjoy his jokes, though, but that's not true.
No, I
do.
have to say that. I have to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, he says that. He says that every time he's in.
I was mad at myself.
People are-
I'm sitting in the other room laughing at you guys. I'm like, don't laugh at these guys.
You're not
It's
supposed
so
to
funny. You guys are moving a million miles an hour. I love it.
And we're half asleep today.
Whoopi
know what
peeing
happened.
herself.
Whoopi,
I don't know what happened there.
the Whoopi calls better than the Sarah Jessica Parker. What did she called in?
I have no idea.
came in.
I don't
She
even
came in,
remember.
but
We
did she
called
call
in and
too?
she hung up on us when I asked her about Ted Danson.
Right.
Because she had wanted I'm is fired. That
Right.
was on
She wanted
K-Rock.
right. She wanted I'm is fired, and we're like, look, you did,
Blackface bit.
or
She was part of it with
Wait, was
Ted.
that off the air that happened?
What they did was so fucking funny and
yeah.
harmless. We did a whole parody of that on a pay-per-view on New Year's Eve. It was fucking hysterical. Howard was Ted Jansen and Sherman Hemsley was Whoopi.
Yeah,
and I
no,
was
we're-
writing
we're
the
now
worst
Whoopi.
racist jokes you could possibly write. I mean, the worst ones. And Howard was reading them, and Sherman Hemsley, he's so fucking hip and hysterical. You know that guy?
Yeah.
And he's fucking peeing himself laughing. It was just so off the fucking
Yeah, there
map.
were a few. I think there were a few N-bombs dropped.
Oh, like crazy, you know. You're so funny, Ted. You know, just so great. I don't even know how the hell we got away with it.
It seemed like, God, it was just.
But it was fucking like
I
the
know,
Friars
it's-
Club. Anything goes. Everybody's so fucking
It was
oversensitive.
funny.
Next thing you know, a midget's going to call up and claim to be Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
They're already trying to get rid of the M word. They call it the M word.
Midget?
No joke.
Oh, please. That one ain't going to fly.
You know,
Because the N word, now they're saying we want to get rid of the M word.
I don't
midget.
care. I understand they don't like dwarf. They don't like midget. But to me, fucking little people is more degrading than anything I've ever heard.
I got to agree with you.
Little people.
Little people.
Little
excuse me,
not a great word.
You see a midget on TV go, I was hanging around with a bunch of other little people. It's like, Jesus Christ.
You're a little people.
At least refer to yourself as a valueless lump like the rest of us do.
They also call it a person of short stature, which is too long. You could just say midget.
Little, you don't want to be called little.
Oh.
The greatest was Fidget.
Fidget from Little Rascals.
They ain't midgets, they's fidgets.
They's fidgets.
Oh, God.
Go chase yourself.
Now we got Travis. Travis found Whoopi hanging up on
Whoopi,
us.
okay. Let's see how this went.
Because this is a quick one, I believe.
Why should radio show hosts that do a comedy show be held to higher standards?
Okay.
As like network news. Are you crazy?
Listen,
we should be able to say whatever the hell we want when we do our program.
Excuse me. God bless you.
She just peed herself.
Now, I'm willing to listen to you, but you know what? If you're going to talk over me, I don't know who Cheryl Norton is, so I can't comment on what she does.
No, Cheryl Underwood, not Cheryl Norton. Cheryl Underwood.
Underwood. You're Norton.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what about Ted Danson?
I don't want to comment on her because I don't know what
I'm
she
having a
does.
conversation with
Whoopi, what about the Ted Danson incident? I mean, you guys you were making a racial point. No. But I'm saying.
Hang on.
Hang up.
See?
Because you said the
I wasn't even
Danson's playing.
I wasn't even attacking her with it.
What was the premise she hung up on? Where did you go?
She didn't like that I mentioned Danson, and she told us that off the air. She didn't like it.
Yeah.
We talked to her off the air. She's like, I didn't like that.
Yeah, she said she didn't want to go there because it's old news and blah,
It's
blah,
also
blah. But it was important because it was during the whole Imus thing.
It's undeniably hypocritical, so she had to kind of hang up there because she was nailed. I still like her, though.
She was nailed. You know, we felt like Imus was just trying to fucking entertain and make people laugh.
Yeah,
he never should have been dumped.
Blurts out a line
bullshit.
live on the air when you're doing that, off the cuff. He should never have been fired.
Hell,
it's ridiculous. And then everybody that just came out and piled on, a bunch of hypocrites.
Al Roker regrets opening his mouth. The fuck, they kill him on Twitter every time, that fucking fatso. Because I twittered him about that girl.
You guys were fighting a little bit, right?
From the Lady Liberty. One of the chicks who I misreferred to as a nappy-headed hoe tweeted nasty shit about Japan. Not trying to be funny. Nasty shit.
What did you say? Do you remember?
It was God. God must have... It was something about how God was doing it for whatever reason. Almost like if you had said that about Katrina, you'd have been called a racist.
Oh, of course.
And Liberty didn't do a fucking thing. She apologized. They didn't do anything. And Roker didn't. So I tweeted Roker. I'm like, are you going to blog about her, or does that only apply to white people?
Right.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course he knows what you're talking about.
Of course he does.
Jeez,
if you just go under the premise that everybody is so full of shit, you will never be disappointed.
That's true.
It really is true. You know what I mean?
Words to live by. Words of wisdom.
When you reach the age of 51,
You're right, man. You're right.
51.
Suck
sure.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You see it, and especially with the social media and stuff these days, you just see it more, and you get to see what people are really all about a lot closer. And like you said, never disappointed. Wow, they're just people. Some people are truly despicable.
That's the only. You know what? The worst thing about the world is. I categorize my friends as this guy. This is a guy who does what he says he's supposed to do. Says he's going to do. It's like the Chris Rock thing. When I take care of my kids. You're supposed to. Like nowadays, it's like I especially like this friend more than my other friends because when he says he's going to do something, he does it. But you're supposed to. If I say I'm coming to your house in 10 minutes, I don't care if you're coming, but don't fucking say you're coming. Don't say I'll meet you somewhere for lunch if you're not,
Right.
Don't say, let's do this next week. Just don't fucking say it. People just do whatever the fuck they want, and it just makes you crazy.
There's just a weird sense of entitlement and self-importance with everybody.
I'll tell you, though, when I was doing better, they did show up.
This is lately. Oh, okay.
I just realized this. I'm kidding. I'm not
chase
kidding.
Them away in the old days.
I think we got to get out of here right at 10 because we have a
meeting.
Dumb meeting.
Is it me?
No.
Is it the thing?
Jackie.
Is it the Norton Martling thing?
Meeting back there.
You'll see us march down the hall into a meeting.
This is all about.
If you don't believe, just
follow
us down that hall to a meeting.
I love coming in here. You guys, it's just
absolutely
fun.
So it's Chicago, the Star Plaza Theater, actually over the border in Merrillville, Indiana, Friday night, right?
Friday night, April 1st. That's this Friday, April Fool's Day.
You got Bob Zaney and
a guy named Geechee Guy. He's a very, very funny character.
Wow. I was wondering what happened to him. I never met him, but I know his name for a long time.
He's got a show called The Dirty Joke Show in Hooters Hotel. I was just out there, and it's great fun. I hung out for a couple hours with Slayton. I hadn't seen Bobby Slayton in a long time.
Bobby,
He's
too.
a fucking character.
Good old Bobby.
I love him. And I got a great show coming up the week. Every 6 months or so, John McDermott gives me a couple hours. So I got 2 hours on Wednesday, every Wednesday in April.
Oh, cool.
That's the April
on
Fool.
Raw Dog 104.
Raw Dog
XM
104 and XM 150. You know, I got a whole new life with these, the dirty comedy channels because they play the shit out of my CDs. I got fans that they've never heard of me on Howard Stern. They just like the dick joke. You know, they love all the other comedians, but they hear my shit. They can get out of the car and go tell it to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the point. I'm just passing the fucking baton. I'm a conduit. You know that fucking word, conduit? You haven't said one fucking word. Just shut up.
Did for him.
Shut the fuck up. He has to Google. He has to go to the Google for conduit.
I don't need to Google
conduit.
Yes.
He knows the conduit.
I particularly liked it when he was fucking Chandra Levy.
Yes. I think you've mistaken that, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that a mistake?
No, it's fine.
He was having an affair with her.
Yeah, but
he didn't kill her.
Didn't kill her, though.
They got another guy for that.
Yeah, some immigrant.
That's some other guy, yeah.
I have to just plug Friday the 13th of this Friday. Not mine, but I'm thinking it's for the Antisocial Network with me, Attell, Brewer, and Burr. Go on sale for Washington, D.C. May 13th. And we're also in Chicago, June 15th at the Comedy Festival. We're the opening night show at the Chicago Comedy Festival.
Wow.
And Vegas date to be announced. We may have to move that off July 2nd.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
because I don't want to compete with UFC.
They have a UFC in Vegas?
They do, so we're moving it.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, we were planning on going.
Oh, sorry. Wait, when was it?
It's July 2nd is UFC in Vegas, and I'm not competing with that. I told me we cannot.
It's the same night?
We're not doing it the same night as
Oh,
as
it's the
UFC.
same weekend you can handle.
Oh, same weekend, but not the same night.
Same night's rough.
Oh, all right.
That's 20,000 potential tickets gone.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
One more thing. Every time I'm on here, I get a zillion people signed up for my mailing list. So if you want to be on the Jokeland email list, it's Jackie@jokeland.com.
And Jokeland. Okay.
It just blows up.
I was gonna,
People love the dirty jokes, man.
And Twitter, right? You're doing
Yeah, Jay Marlowe. Yeah, you know what? I had a contest against the woman, just a caller to the Stern Show, and she beat me like 7,000 to 3,000. I'm not hip. You know, because I can't get Jackie Martling at Gmail. I can't get JackieMartling.com. I can't get Jackie.
It up,
Who has it on Twitter?
I don't know. I keep twittering to Jackie Martling saying, "Is
give
Jackie?
that to me,
Can I have my
please."
name?"
You should go to Twitter. They'll get it for you.
So is that true?
Yeah, they will.
So my Twitter is J Marlowe, Marlow, J Marlowe.
All right.
So sign up for my Twitter, and I put silly jokes and fuck around. I tell them stuff like I'm going on Opie and Anthony. I put that on.
Nice. Important information.
Yes.
Well, Jackie, thank you so much.
I love coming in here. Thank you, fellas. I'll see you in Chicago.
Very nice.
Star Plaza Theater if it's still there Friday.
And I guess that's it for us today.
We'll see everybody manana. Meeting you.
Ring ding! Ring ding! Ring ding! Pick up the phone, cunt! Hello? Pick up the phone, cunt! The phone, cunt! The phone! Pick up the phone, cunt! Hello? Ring ding! Ring ding! Ring ding! Pick up the phone, cunt! Hello? Pick up the phone, cunt! Pick up the phone, cunt! Hello?
Gregorio!
Antonio!
Amy.